I started reading the Discworld books more than 20 years ago. I've dipped in and out over the years, and I never ended up finishing them. Back in 2015, when Terry Pratchett sadly passed away, I was put off finishing them. I didn't like the idea of getting to the end of The Shepherd's Crown and knowing that it was going to be the last Discworld story I'd ever read. But that was nearly 10 years ago, and I'm ready to finish the Discworld books now. And I'm going to do it by rereading the entire series. All 41 books, from The Colour of Magic to The Shepherd's Crown. If you're new to Discworld, it is a series that spans over 41 books and was written over the course of over 30 years. And that sounds pretty daunting to a new reader who wants to get into a series. But actually, Discworld is super accessible because there's a lot of different entry points. For a start, most of the stories are pretty standalone. There is a continuity that happens, but it isn't one overarching story where you have to have read it from start to finish. Secondly, there's a lot of different sets of characters, so you can just focus on one of those sets of characters and read something like the Watch books starting at Guards, or the Witches books, or start reading Mort and read about the character of Death, or take a book like The Truth, which is completely standalone. What isn't recommended for new readers is to read the entire thing from start to finish. Most Discworld fans would not recommend starting at The Colour of Magic, even though it seems like the logical place to start. In some ways it's the worst place to start. But I've thought of an even worse place to start. I'm going to start at book 0. I'm going to reread the entire Discworld series and not start at The Colour of Magic, but I'm going to start with this. Strata. An early science fiction book which is the incubator for a lot of ideas that would end up coming into Discworld. I'm going to try and read all of these books over the course of 2024. It's April now, so that seems like a lot, but to be fair, I've had a head start. I've read about 10 books already. But as I go through, I will give my reaction to each of the books. Some of them, most of them having reread them, and some of them reading them for the first time. Give my reactions and thoughts and a short review. If you're interested in coming along with me on this, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll hopefully see you when I review Strata. Thanks very much for watching this. Have a good read.